There we go.
Good. I'm glad you don't have to put a password there.
Yeah.
So how about well yeah, remember that the RPM system
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
so I need to have one for Euphoria. I did one earlier today for something that's been I've realized that I don't know if I told you this regarding I promise I pledge or I pledge I promise,
No,
which
that haven't told me. We started the RPM though for Euphoria.
we did, right? So I
Yeah, we're
need to
working
like
on that.
all right, so I need to do it in a way that's it's like part of me, it's part of my being.
Right.
Um so let's see. Let me open our doc.
Yeah, remember Brenda Euphoria marketing plan.
What's that?
You called it Brenda Euphoria Solution Marketing Plan.
Right. Got it. Thanks.
There you go. I see you in there now.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it needs to be a shorter one. 10K. See. So I'm doing another one here on paper that's a little shorter and will get me in state right away.
Okay.
Um, so super healthy. Is anyone doing $100,000 a month in the company?
I don't know.
How about
100
10?
dollars a month? I do not know. I know Michael Zappia is very close to the top. I know the person that brought him in is no longer with the company, and he was doing extremely well. But from what I understand, he's one of those that spends 2 years at every company, builds it up, and then leaves for another one.
Okay.
But I do not know that answer.
Okay. Okay. Super healthy lifestyle. Lifetime. So remember last time we, at the end of the call, you mentioned the idea of the orphans.
Yes.
So the orphans. then today you talked about what's the word? Morbid, obese,
Morbidly obese.
morbidly, morbidly obese. I hadn't heard you say that before. That's an interesting market there or niche. Um, I'll go back to you, to your story, which is inflammation, arthritis.
Me was inflammation, weight.
Okay, so let's go here. So and how old are you?
54.
54. You were single. Um, How many pounds were you overweight?
40.
And you were an athlete prior
Yes,
to that.
correct.
And what type of sports did you practice?
Tennis, soccer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Weren't expecting that one, were you?
No.
Yeah. I played soccer for many, many years.
Amazing. So tennis, soccer, anything else?
Basketball when I was much younger until I blew out my knees.
Okay. And that happened, I think, 12, 14,
15.
15.
Yeah.
Um, 15 years old. And that was from what? From running, tennis,
Growing
or
too fast.
soccer?
No, growing too fast and being athletic. The knees did not grow with my growth spurts. I was 5'8" by the time I was 13 years old. Now I'm 5'9".
5'8" by 13. My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 5'9" now. Okay, so you were, and what's your weight now?
About 165.
Is that your ideal weight?
No, 155.
Okay.
When do you ever know a woman to ever be satisfied with where they're at?
Yeah, that's true.
I am content where I am, but I would like 10 pounds more, so I have that flexibility. How's that?
Yeah, yeah, that I like that. Okay, so 165. And are you? I don't see. I mean, let me look at your face again because I don't see 10 extra pounds there. Like
Funny.
the okay, okay. All right, all right.
Yeah, go
So
to
you
the
lost.
photos. Go. You can go to the photos, and you'll understand why.
Where are your photos on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you just scroll down for a little bit, you'll start seeing like heavy pictures of me. I never look fat. I just look big.
Okay.
There's actually a picture of
Oh,
me with
nice.
a Uforia shirt on. I don't know if you see that yet.
Here, I'll share my screen. Share screen.
I should actually take another picture just like that. That would be a smart thing to do.
Okay.
All right, so click on the photos where it says see all.
Okay.
Okay, and you're gonna scroll down a little. Okay, wait, stop for a
Okay.
second. You see that? That was in
Yeah,
December.
like this one here.
Yep, that was in December.
Um, okay, so about 10 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so cute, this dog.
Oh, that's my little grand doggy. Isn't he the cutest thing?
Yeah. You have amazing photos, like so happy, like amazing events. You like dressing up, your
I love
friends,
that. Yep.
like
But you'll see, okay, look
amazing.
at that. The bottom right, that's me in the gown.
This one here, or
Yeah.
this one here, got it. Oh
Yeah.
wow, got it. Yes, yes, I see that one. Okay. Um,
I was pretty big there.
yeah, got it, got it.
I have pictures with my mom and my daughter.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
really?
Mm-hmm.
What was the festivity?
That was 2 years ago.
Happy Mother's Day, Grandma.
Yeah, but it was actually that affair was August of 2 years ago.
Wow, your daughter is so beautiful.
Thank
My
you.
goodness.
And even thinner
And
now. She's been on her nutrition and she's dropped probably about since then, probably about 20 pounds.
from where?
Yeah, I know. Well, if you go all the way back up, let's see. Let me see. I'm looking for a good picture of her.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
all the way up
yeah, I
top.
see one here of her.
That's her dog.
Yeah, I see one here where it's her arm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Wow, wow, amazing. Okay, so let me go back to the doc. So 54, 40 pounds overweight. Would you say you're 10 pounds overweight now, or you just
No,
you're still you feel like you're 10 pounds overweight?
I don't really feel like I'm 10 pounds overweight. If you go by the guidelines, I am actually like they give you like a 20-point spread, 20-pound spread. I'm at the top of that. So they want me at 169 or under, and I'm at 165.
Okay, got it. And do you feel like you're gonna get to 155
Yes,
by doing what you're doing?
yes,
Okay, so it's a matter of time and the body adjusting to a new
yeah.
lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how long do you think?
Well, you're gonna laugh when I tell you this, but my son is buying a house up in New Jersey
Uh-huh.
and he's looking to close in 60 days.
Uh-huh.
I've given myself a 60-day window to do it because when I see my son next time, that's the number I want to be at.
Oh, wow. So you're gonna surprise him? Is that
Well,
what it
I
is?
saw my kids back in August. I drove to New York to move my daughter out of, her apartment. And that was the first time my kids had seen me. And at that point, I was probably about 175. And I told them, so we're competing, me and my kids. It's really very funny. So early on in this pandemic, my son bought my daughter an iWatch, an Apple Watch. Then he was like, wow, if I'm buying my sister one, I should buy myself one. Then somehow he ended up buying my husband one. And then my kids chipped in and they bought me one. So every day we compete on the watch and we're, doing all of
Oh,
our activities and this and that. And my son and I, every Friday, we weigh in. So my son is 5'8", I'm 5'9". We are neck and neck right now. We both weigh 165. Yeah. And so
wow.
it's been a lot of fun.
Amazing.
My daughter's 125. I mean, she's really thin, and she's only 5'7". So she's
Mm.
really thin. I'd never get back to those numbers. I mean, I haven't been those numbers since I was in high school. But
Uh,
my son and I both want to be at 155, so we're having a race to see who gets there.
oh, amazing.
Yeah, we're both
Uh,
very competitive, so it's kind of fun competing against each other.
ah,
Yeah,
I love. Wow, yeah, it's no coincidence that I've been wanting to work with you
yeah,
and it's all this energy about amazing relationships with that you have.
yeah. It's good. It's really good. My kids and I told you we're extremely, extremely close, and I can't wait and I'm driving again. It's 20 hours to get there. But I'm gonna drive back up because
Mhm.
I cannot put Larry on a plane, so we'll drive it.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's amazing. Wow. And why can't he be on a plane?
He's too compromised with COVID. So
Right.
because of the stroke, one of the symptoms, one of the side effects that he has is choking. And if he were to get that kind of a cough that's associated with COVID, he'll stop breathing. He'll never be able to survive it. So,
My
he's got
goodness.
everything. He's over 60, diabetic, heart attacks, stroke. Like he can't even take one of the medications, that hydrochloroquine or whatever it's called, because cardiac patients can't take that. And he's had 4 heart attacks. So the last place I'm putting him is on a plane.
Mm,
We'll drive it.
yeah.
Safety first,
Women's,
right?
of course, of course. Women's groups. Um, how many people do you have in your downline or in your team right now?
I have, it's growing, which is really nice. Let me say, tell you what I've got. I finally got Ashley all signed up this weekend.
Yay.
I know, gosh, it took 3 months for me to get her to swab and get it all in. So she is done. So I have my team. So I have 7 customers of my own right now. And then
Okay.
I have one chiropractor, um, who's supposed to be selling. And then I have one, two, three, four, five nutritionists, including yourself.
Um,
And then there are some subs under that, so some of them are all building their teams now too.
Got it. Okay.
Like Mark has 2 people under him already and a third supposedly signing up this week. My mother has 2 people under her as customers for the referral program. Larry has my daughter under him as the referral program. So it's starting to build nicely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just had a thought here that I've been wanting to build something to send you clients to close, and have some type of funnel pipeline where it's an easy, once I find where there's people that are ready to become customer are, that it'll be as simple as turning on the faucet and creating clients. So that's been my goal.
Right, and
And
what we're gonna do is they'll be your customers. I'll close them for you.
right, right. And a thought I just had is that those customers that have somewhat of your um,
Similarities.
things in common.
Mm-hmm.
So women, tall, athletic, um, so energetic, family oriented. I'm thinking, well, that's people for Brenda to talk with. So, but
Right.
if I'm thinking, but that's not me. I'm wondering how I can do this because I'm thinking if I were to talk to 5 people a day, I'll probably talk to people that are more like me, and
Mhm.
and and create that. Because I was thinking, okay, I want to send people to Brenda to close. I want to send, I want to be the conversation starter and send it to Brenda.
Right.
Um, so I'm trying to figure out a way, because the way it looks like in my life, I'm going to be talking to a lot of men
Okay.
because of the vets,
Mhm.
the homeless vets program, for real estate, and the I Pledge I Promise, which has to do with um, creating awareness for people about domestic violence and sexual abuse.
Mm.
The and So I pledge I promise would be something where people go to a website, could be a Facebook page, where by clicking on something they pledge and promise that they will protect all humans from harm, especially children and women. And the goal for that is to, I believe there's very few people in the world that would do such a thing.
Hmm.
However, I believe those people are still doing it because they don't know that their friends is a no for their friends, and it's a secret. So I feel like if people start telling other people, hey, go to this site, pledge and promise to protect all humans from harm, that the few people in the world that have any type of lack of empathy or any signs that they could be an abuser,
Mhm.
it'll probably put them in a state of, oh, now there are people that are talking about this.
Well, what's
It could
interesting
put,
is, do you think that abusers actually realize that they're abusers?
maybe not because they lack empathy. But if people are talking about that, it could bring them fear,
Okay,
fear, fear of being found out.
okay,
Um, so it's a, yeah. So if there's a huge movement where 95% of the population or even more are they're part of a social media page where it shows their that they have pledged and promised, well, whoever's not there,
okay,
that's like that's a sign. And there might be people there that are recovering or they want to change, but then that page can have funnels to create accountability groups, and transformational groups for those that are recovering. But I feel like it would be one way to put the people that lack empathy in more of a spotlight, if they don't, or fear. I'm thinking fear because
okay,
um, they might feel fear, they might not feel empathy,
okay.
but they know that what they do, they have to do in secret.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, and quite a few women over the years have told me about uh, their stories from childhood, and it's and then last time I heard one was about 3-4 weeks ago, and I thought, okay, that's it. I have to do something about this.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You know,
so
Ashley has
yeah,
been on the calls.
which one?
Ashley, the blonde with the really loud laugh, has been on some of the calls.
I haven't been on the calls.
Yeah.
No, I
So
don't
she,
think I remember.
I'm working very closely with her. So she is a survivor of child abuse. Um, and she's
Oh wow.
also, yeah, so she's somebody that you should talk to because she's very active in these types of things. Um, she had been
Oh
sexually
wow. Okay.
abused by her stepfather as a child. And then, as early as this past New Year's Eve, she was brutally raped and beaten and left for dead and survived.
When was that?
New Year's Eve,
Just now?
this past New Year's, yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
So you and her are similar in age. She's 37. She's down here in Florida, and she's dealing with brain damage from the the rape because he kept banging her head against the wall. Um, she is an amazing, amazing, wonderful person. Somehow she has found it in her heart to be able to forgive and move past things, although she is trying to bury the guy who raped her. Um, but she's very involved with helping charities for trauma, women in trauma, children in trauma. She's actually trying to put together a non-for-profit um, to help women and children that have, been involved with trauma. So she's somebody that I'd like you to talk to. So I'll do it.
okay.
She's great. She's also the one that just started, with Uforia. She works very, very closely with Mark Siegel and myself, but um, she's somebody you should talk to. And she's always on
Okay.
the calls. So
Okay. Can you make an introduction, please?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, and then on top of that, she has Hashimoto's, so that's why she's taking the Euphoria. She needs to lose some weight, not a lot, but she's actually lost on her own about 80 pounds so far. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, so she's somebody worth talking to.
My goodness.
Yeah, the more you talk to people, the more you find out some very interesting stories. There's one of the guys in this group. that one of the guys in this group is recently going through a divorce, father of 2 children. And he opened up to me the other night how he wants to now help other men who are in the same situation. He wants the men to be able to take accountability and responsibility as to why are their wives leaving them? What did they do wrong? And, not necessarily that they're abusive or anything like that. Like he said, I wasn't abusive. He says, I just worked and I didn't put my family first. And it got to the point where my family was like, well, then what do we need you around for? So he's trying to put together some sort of group or counseling for men so that men can say, hey, you know what? I screwed up and I'm sorry and I want to fix this. My family is important to me. I want to be a father. I want to be a husband. How can I go about making that change? So that was a really touching conversation I had with him on Friday, because I used to beg my ex-husband, come to counseling with me. We've got
Oh,
something good here. We've got great kids. We've got everything in our world that we could possibly want, right? We have the abundance, but I
yeah.
don't have the respect for you. Until this day, I still don't have the respect for him. And that would be why he's an ex. But it would have been nice if there was somebody that could have said to him, hey, dude, let's have a conversation. Come to this group with a bunch of men and let's talk about what we have learned from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So I offered this guy, Brian, if you want some insight coming from a woman who begged and pleaded for the accountability and how I would go about it. I mean, I used to literally write a list of things that were really, really bothersome to me. And we'd go out for dinner on a Saturday night and I'd say, okay, we need to talk because
Okay.
I'm not happy. And this is
Yeah.
what is making me unhappy. And then he would say, well, you're wrong. Like now when I say to my current husband, this is not making me happy. Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's fix this, because
Uh-huh.
communication, and how many men don't know how to communicate.
Yeah. Wow.
Even
Wow.
like I said to you the other day, when we were talking, and I said to you, look at the whole picture. And I've learned that men, for some reason, you're raised to be these macho people that can't look at everything. It's more narrow-minded thinking. But like when I said to you, the group of 5 people that you're going to pick to have as your support system today are probably not going to be the same people 10 years from now.
Okay.
And you were very touched by that because you're like, wow, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, even mine, my support system is always changing because your needs change and your environment changes.
Yeah. Yes. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for that. So Ashley, if you could please, if Ashley, I would love to speak with her.
Mm-hmm.
If you can
Absolutely.
um, introduce us, please.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Brian, um, also like to speak with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it, I used to run men's groups, and it's something that it's coming down to again for me to do that again because um, but I feel like the I Pledge I Promise is gonna be like the biggest umbrella where a lot of things happen inside of that,
Mm-hmm.
uh, where there'll be different types of men's groups under the I Pledge I Promise,
If
and that
you
could
could
be
hang on to the
women.
call on Thursday, that would be great because there's so many people on those calls that would be great for you to connect.
Thursday.
Thursday, it's 12 o'clock Eastern time, so it's 9 o'clock your time.
Okay, so Thursday I'll do that.
Yeah. And I'll make sure to send you the link. You should be getting them from Mark, but I'll make sure you get them. There's a lot.
Oh, okay.
They're
But
small,
that's Mark's
spectacular,
call.
small bit. Yeah, that's Mark's call. But all those
Okay.
people in there, I mean, even that guy Nate that does the sensory for the blind. I mean, these are all people that keep coming on these calls every week. And I mean, that's where you and I met. You belong there.
Yeah, that's true. Huh, for some reason, I used to have a recurring event. This Thursday I'm gonna be on a workshop between Thursday and Sunday.
All right, so
I'm
next
gonna
week.
be Oh, I know why it's not there because I deleted for this Thursday. But
Ah,
it's on
okay.
my calendar. It's on my calendar
Okay,
for
good.
next Thursday, 9
Okay.
a.m. I'm doing a um, NLP workshop, 4-day workshop,
What is the NLP?
starting neuro linguistic programming.
Hmm.
Um, Back in 2004, I used, I think hypnosis is under NLP, and I used hypnosis back then to overcome fear of large numbers to get into real estate.
Okay.
Uh, so I'm excited about learning NLP specifically, and I need to like put in practice my. I used to have a daily routine of doing self hypnosis to put me in state, and I need to do that again because it worked. It
Mm-hmm.
worked like magic. So I need to do that again.
I did hypnosis,
Um,
and that's how I was able to leave my ex-husband.
you did?
I did.
Wow, amazing.
Fernando, it was the most amazing experience I've ever had. So it's a funny story. I'll make it quick for you. I took my daughter, who was 13, because she was really not doing well. And so when I go in to meet with the doctor, of course, because I'm bringing a 13-year-old for therapy of some sorts, he's got to meet with the parent. So we start talking, and I said to him, well, he says to me, well, tell me about the family unit. I said, well, I have an OCD husband, an LD daughter for learning disability, an ADHD and ODD son. And he looked at me and goes, wow, that's a lot of letters. What's your diagnosis? And I went, blah, 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 blah. He says, we're going to treat you too. I said, okay, I give up, right? So I purchased a 6-session package with him. And by the second session, he sits me down prior to, doing the hypnosis. And he says, we have to talk. I said, okay. And he says, well, he goes, through our next session, I'm going to take you to a fork in the road. And some people in your life are going to go this way, and some people are going to go that way. And I need you to know that you're going to have a split because you can only go in one direction. And I said, bring it on. Let's do this.
Oh,
I knew exactly what he meant. And that's exactly what I needed. The next 5 sessions were building me up. And when I was finally able to ask for the divorce, I never shed a tear. I never fought with him. I was there as a rock for my children. I was calm. I was peaceful. And like he would come home and he would be throwing things at me and carrying on and calling me every name in the book. And I'd just sit there and I'd fold my arms like this and I'd go, are you done? Until this day, 15 years later, my children who were only 12 and 13, they always remember, Mom, you were at peace. You were calm. And that's exactly what I had gotten out of that, this sense of calmness, so that I didn't lose the control and the self-control as a mother and as a woman to be able to get through what I didn't even expect to have happened, because he went beyond crazy and he became violent and he became verbally abusive. And I was not expecting any of that from him. And
wow.
yeah, it got ugly. Even the only time, one time, he raised his hands to me. And I just looked at him and I said, wow, I can't believe you just did. And I was shocked. I really never expected that. But I just did what I had to do. And I just steamrolled through the whole experience. And I would just look back. And I mean, I was afraid for my life at times. I mean, I'd walk around, I'd pull my car into the garage. I wouldn't even get out of the car until the garage door was closed and the alarm was set. But I was calm. And that's what I got out of hypnosis.
Wow. And you only had 6 sessions?
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. I need to, yeah, I'm gonna put a big star around hypnosis here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Amazing. Only 6. My goodness. I did it for years, like morning and evening, a 30-minute audio.
We did it in person.
Yeah,
We did
I
it
did
in
it.
person, and then he used to record every session on a cassette tape.
Wow.
And I would listen to those tapes, and it's really funny because I don't know what happened to mine. My daughter has every one of hers on cassette tape still, and she said to me when she just moved, she goes, "Should I get rid of these or should I keep them?" She goes, "I don't even have a cassette player to play them on." And I said to her, "I don't know, are you going to go back and listen to them?" And she put them away again. She goes, "For some reason, I'm not ready to get rid of them." I said, "Well, then don't. We'll find you a cassette player somewhere."
Yeah.
It's obviously means something that she
Yeah. Yeah.
got rid of them because it helped her quite a bit too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Okay. Let's wrap up.
Yep.
I what I'm getting from this call is I need to do like 5 contacts a day. I need to do 5 contacts a day because that's gonna get me learning how it is that I can get clients to then send to you.
Okay.
So that's what I'm getting.
Not a problem.
So let's schedule. How about next week? Same day.
Next Monday?
Yeah,
Perfect.
same day and same time.
Yep. Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. I look forward to it. And if something comes up, it's, before then, let me know.
Yeah, I think it will because I'm committed to doing at least 5 contacts a day,
Okay.
and that'll generate work.
Wonderful. Keep me busy. I like
I
this.
will.
All right. All right.
Okay.
You have a great day. Get that in the mail. Take a picture of yourself with it and put it in the mail. Okay. Take a picture and send that. Wait, hold that up. Wait 1 second. Do it myself. I gotta wait for you. Beautiful. All right. Let's go
Okay.
get them.
Yes. Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Brenda. You're
All
amazing.
right. You
Ciao.
too. Have a
Bye.
great day.
Say hi to Larry.
I will. You got it. Safe travels, my friend.
Thanks.